Hello everyone, I am Mary Joy Namoco, a second year Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies. And for today's video, I am going to tackle about the relevance and appropriateness in the use of technology in teaching and learning. And also, I'm going to tackle the principles in selecting instructional materials based on their appropriateness. Relevance and appropriateness in the use of technology in teaching and learning. In this time of advancement, technology has been very important in all fields in our society. The educational sector embraces and recognizes the involvement of technology towards teaching and learning. Moreover, because of some circumstances, such as what we are facing now, which is the pandemic, technology helped teachers and students to to enhance the learning in everyday life. Though it is undeniable that there are some problems which educational sector are trying to solve, still institutions considered the present situation of everyone in this time of pandemic. These are the relevance of technology in teaching and learning. First, technology helps to meet educational aims. According to Karashi, it gives direction to educational activity. These are the predetermined goal which inspires those in educational sector to attain through appropriate activities. There are factors which affect educational aims such as philosophy, may it be from the teachers, administrator, or the students. We also have the elements of the human nature like the skills, knowledge, behavior, communication, and many more. We also consider the religious factors. Technology supports creativity and critical thinking. Example, in higher education, students are affected to use technology in a beneficial way, which is the free Wi-Fi connection. In educational institution, it has been a great help. The teacher use technology to maximize teaching and learning with their student. With the use of technology, students will be able to learn in their phone, which is good, especially that educational sector allows virtual classrooms. Learners will be able to use of critical thinking, for they are going to have no choice but to study with their own. It facilitates the learning and improve their performance. Because of the wide scope of knowledge which technology offers us, we will be able to use decision making and practice ourselves to understand the concepts more deeply and more simply. Moreover, technology can be good use in terms of managing, teaching, and learning activities, such that there are online platforms which teacher could use so that they can give learning activities to their student even in distance. After all, learning never stops. In pedagogical view, Pastage 2014 believed that transparent or appropriate technology brings greater effectiveness in facilitating technology and learning. Next, technology engages students and creates motivated learners. Instructional materials which are significantly used in teaching and learning environment are considered as technology or technology as techniques with the use of varied instructional materials in learning methods. Teachers will be able to encourage students to explore and enhance their strength and strengthen their weaknesses. Teachers will have the opportunity to encourage the student and wake up their inner self and feel motivated to actively participate and learn more to meet the different competences of the curriculum. It also facilitates the communication between the student and the teacher. Giving of instruction begin easier because of technology such as the use of social media like in Facebook or in Messenger. Students will be able to connect to their teachers even though they are not in one place. Teacher can also monitor the social activities of their student, also with the creativity as in social media platforms. Teacher could integrate it in their classroom management in every session. Student must be taught value of respect so that the pursuit of technology to facilitate communication will be effective in spite of the openness with the teacher and the student relationship. Technology also enhances individual learning and growth. Just like what I said earlier, educational institutions encourage their faculty and students to have virtual online classroom using any social media platform such as Google Classroom, Canvas, Zoom, and many more. Though these online platforms, teachers will only give activities to be done by their student. With this, students will be able to learn on their own. Cooperation and enhancement of student is also needed. With the technology, the classroom becomes wider. The student will involve in the real world because of their interconnectivity, bringing the world into the classroom. It transforms learning, or it transforms teaching. It infuses classrooms with digital learning tools such as computers, portable devices like smartphone, tablet, and many more. It can use in learning, and it proves that technology and education can coexist effectively. Next is it expands experiences and learning materials because of technology. Students can learn anytime, anywhere they want. They can utilize their free time. And also we have Google, which they can access there in 24/7. Technology in teaching and learning in 21st century skills. It increases student engagement and motivation. And also it accelerates learning. It improves and personalized learning. It improves also the student results. Flipped classroom, students are given learning materials to study home, then practice it in school. Students can learn at their own pace. It improves the entire educational system. And now, let's proceed to the principles in selecting instructional materials based on their appropriateness and feasibility. So by the way, what is instructional materials? Instructional materials are the devices that assist an instructor in the teaching learning process. For example, the reading textbook, multimedia components, and other resources in a course. Importance of instructional materials. First, it improves the delivery of instruction. Like what I said, the things that you used or we've used as we teach can improve the delivery of instruction, the creation of effective, full lessons to encourage your student in their lesson and get their attention. For learners, have a clear view of what is being taught. It helps student sense of information. Instructional materials serves as the channel between the teachers and the students in delivering the instruction. There are 5 principles in selecting instructional materials. The first principle is principle of appropriateness. The second principle is principle of authenticity. The third is principle of cost. And the fourth is principle of interest. And the last one is principle of organization and balance. So I am going to explain about the first principle, which is the principle of appropriateness, because the other reporter will going to discuss about the remaining principle. So the first principle is the principle of appropriateness. Principle of appropriateness must promote the general and specific goals of the class, must appropriate to the intended level such as vocabulary level, difficulty of concepts, methods of development, and interest appeal. So that would be all. Thank you for listening. I hope that you learned something. Stay safe and God bless everyone.